Okay, so we're going to have a look at up-leveling a simple sentence in order to make it a bit more descriptive. So the sentence we're looking at is, the girl was quiet when she was sitting on the step. It only paints a small picture in our reader's head, so we're going to try to increase what our reader can see. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some adjectives. So we're going to describe the girl and we're going to describe the step. So we're going to say, I'm going to call her the tearful girl. So the tearful girl was quiet when she was sitting on the, and I'm going to call it a cold grey step. So on the cold grey step, don't forget your commas when we list adjectives. So the tearful girl was quiet when she was sitting on the cold grey step. Okay, we're going to extend that further with our up-leveling. We're going to add a fronted adverbial. So I'm going to take that word quiet and I'm going to put it at the front. So we're going to have quietly, the tearful girl was sitting on the cold grey step. Again, we can improve that further. We are going to be able to use a verb. So we're going to change our verb for sitting, and I'm going to change it using a synonym for sitting. I'm going to go for perched. Okay, so quietly, the tearful girl was perched on the cold grey step. However, when we use a verb, we can also use an adverb, which describes how the verb is being done. So I'm going to say she was perched cautiously. So quietly, the tearful girl was perched cautiously on the cold grey step. Okay, so far we've up-leveled that to be a little bit more descriptive. So quietly, the tearful girl was perched cautiously on the cold grey step. However, I can also extend that a little bit further and add a subordinate clause. So at the end, I'm going to change my full stop for a comma, and I'm going to add a little bit more information. So I'm going to tell you what she's perhaps doing on the step. So quietly, the tearful girl was perched cautiously on the cold grey step, wondering where the people had gone from the town. So now we've got a little bit of a mystery going on. Okay, now from here we would be able to perhaps look at adding a simile or time connective or personification. So let's look at those three things in the next sentence. So we're going to add a time connective. We're going to use suddenly. Always good to add something that happens very quickly. So suddenly, we're going to use personification to describe what's happening with the trees. Now, personification means to create or to give an object, an inanimate object, human characteristics. So suddenly, let's say the trees waved, or let's say the trees danced. Suddenly, the trees danced as the wind, and we're going to use a simile here. So we're going to describe the wind like something else. As the wind blew like a tornado. So now we have a much more interesting sentence and start to perhaps our paragraph.